This is the Grateful Dead head. It should be like what it looks like if you folded it the way I showed you. These are all my other designs. You can find out how to tie them and dye them all on YouTube under Damn Dyes. Have fun. Okay, I'm going to show you how to tie-dye a Grateful Dead head shirt. First you fold the shirt in half. This shirt's been soaking in the solution that came with the tie-dye kit for the amount of time that it's supposed to have been. It's a little closer to me to draw this thing out. And you draw a Grateful Dead head. I just had a slight up angle there. You'll notice here you're going to end up with some teeth. These teeth I paint on, and the eyes I paint on, and the nose I paint all that on later. This time we're going to put a mushroom in the middle of this head. If you get real good at it, you could do a lightning bolt. But I have several different designs. And if you hunt me up on YouTube, you'll be able to see a lightning bolt. I have a lightning bolt on there too. I got like 19 different designs, like I said. So, but mainly what you do is you got that all drawn out now, and you want to try to keep these two lines. And as you're working along into a straight line, you'll do all the rest later. So you try to keep your folds the same height, all the way around. And you just line these up. Sometimes you may end up with more in here because it's wider. In a minute, I'll be leaving this line here alone and finishing up with just a round circle there and sticking a rubber band on just the other side of it, because that's going to be a totally black ring. Okay, I'll finish this up here, and then I'll put a rubber band here kind of loose. You'll want it real tight though, and if you've seen any of my other videos, when I go for definition of something, I always stick 3 rubber bands on it. I don't like it bleeding, and it makes the whole thing just more defined. So I'll stick that on there loose, and then I'll continue on with this straight line, getting it back straight. You can always work the material back to get it straight. Over here, fold there, turn this around so you can be my quality assurance in making sure this line's straight. With a rubber band, put it on light. You're going to end up making this one nice and tight too. This one takes a lot of rubber bands. just because you want the definition of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and just stick some rubber bands around here. This don't have to be too tight like the rest of them because it's not part of the design, it's outside of it. And I just want to have it so the fan folds are in good standing, so they definitely stick out when you dye them. Stick one more down here. Okay, now I got one on each side of this because this is going to be one little black line right here. Sometimes it's tough to get the dye all the way through because it ends up being so tight. But on either side of this black line, it's white. So I don't want it to bleed into the white too far. See, now I can tighten this one up. I still have my mushroom to do, which is right here. So what you do is you just fan fold it, following the line, keeping the other fan folded, this part over here, all nice and straight. And this is another one you're going to want real tight. Because it's white on the other side of it, and the end piece here will be a certain color. Don't want it to bleed into the white too far. So that one's got to be real tight. And like I said, I paint my teeth on and my eyeballs on afterwards. But otherwise, if I got my eyeball right there, I'd put my finger through there, and then I'd line these lines up and put a rubber band. But to me, it's easier if I just paint them on. Add one more here. That's nice and tight. And then I want to add another one right here, because this is going to be the outer part of the black circle that makes the head. He's awful tight, ain't I? Okay. Now I take my marker and I make sure that I'm going to do these black. I go like this on them. Make sure it's going to be black. You don't want to use a black pen because sometimes that don't wash out. These parts here are going to be all black. That's white, that's white. And like always, I have a plastic bag with Grateful Dead head written on it. And I stuff it in here because I don't like doing a whole bunch of different designs. I do like 19 designs, so I take them all outside and they're already categorized in a plastic bag, and it helps keep them moist. And that's how you tie-dye a Grateful Dead head. Okay, I'm outside with the Deadheads t-shirt. We're going to dye it right now. And if you remember right, these are black. This is a mushroom. But these two here are black. This is always supposed to stay white, and I would like to have that white too. So I'm going to start out with the black. Now try soaking that, because it's got to get right on in there. See, I put triple rubber bands around that, but it don't look like it's going to work very well, because I've already had some bleeding going through here. Rinse my hands off, because they got black on them. Always nice to have the garden hose around. Okay, I'm going to start out with some royal purple. Then I'm going to go with some sky blue. And then I'm going to go with some fuchsia. Roll it over. And some right here. Some down here. And then I want a green, or I'll do an emerald green mushroom on it. Make sure that gets all the way around. And that is how you dye a Grateful Head tie-dye. This is the Grateful Dead head. This would be like what it looks like if you folded it the way I showed you. These are all my other designs. You can find out how to tie them and dye them all on YouTube under Damn Dyes. Have fun.